everything that you have done through decades to promote the cause of patriotism, to promote our Constitution. You are a daily inspiration to me, and it is an extraordinary privilege to be your candidate. Thank you. What a fine-looking bunch of radicals you are. Fine-sounding, too. Thank you, Chip and Jeannie and Peter. Beautiful voices. You reflect what is best about our cause. You put to music, the music of our souls and our spirits. I wish it were this way everywhere on the campaign trail, and you know, on our side of things it pretty much is. We have some friends here with us who are actually recording our meeting for you know, the other side of the argument, and that's okay. We had a visit a couple of weeks ago from MoveOn.org in front of our Carmel campaign headquarters. Did anybody see that video on YouTube? Not too many. Go, when you head home, get on your computers, check it out. It's on YouTube. It had to be titled "Move On Violence." MoveOn got together. They managed to gather up about 7 people, and our folks found out about the gathering. This is bright and early on a Monday morning, I think it was, John. Was it a Monday morning? And our friends turned out in strength. Wonderful. The MoveOn organizer was so frustrated by this show of support that he actually tried to take one man's camera away, one of our friends who was filming this, and tried to knock the hat off another fellow. Actually did knock the hat off someone else. I mean, just really ugly behavior. That's not what we represent at all. And it was a demonstration of the level of frustration that's being felt in some quarters, because they hear the hoofbeats coming. They know that the reinforcements are coming, and that we are going to insist on our liberties. And that is why I am so proud to be a Tri-State Son of Liberty, to be a Son of Liberty. And the one thing I want to ask all of you to do, other than get out and vote, and please absolutely follow my brother's advice and go out and get your friends to vote too here in District 19. We desperately need you. But also, I hope all of you have signed up. Those of you who are not already members of the Tri-State Sons of Liberty, please sign up today, because that's how we grow. This is a great movement, and we need you. We need those voices. We need that strength. We need all the sons and daughters of liberty we can get. Tri-State Sons of Liberty was founded in April 2009, I believe. Men, do I have that right? To fight, not to be passive, not to accept a federal government that takes from us, and whose taking has left us here in Port Jervis and in our tri-state area, the poorer, not poor in spirit, but poor in the resources that we should have to do the things that we're meant to do as Americans. And the other goal we have, of course, is to promote and protect and preserve our Constitution. It is precious. It is extraordinary. There is a certain, John is right, there's a certain mystery about it in a marvelous way. There is a river of inspiration that flows through all of us. It is our birthright as Americans. It is freedom. It means more to us than anything else. And that is why the Sons of Liberty make so many sacrifices to promote the cause of freedom. And they do so in peace. And they do so with enormous virtue and with dedication. We've been called radicals nonetheless, and from someone who was, you know, Yeah, you won't believe it, but I was kind of a nerd in high school. I know, people are going to, you know. But I think it's pretty cool to be radical. It's like, yeah, I'm writing my friends, I'm like, yeah, guess what? But you know what? If it is radical to ask our government to let us keep more of what we work so hard to earn, then I am proud to be a radical. If it's radical to insist that our federal government stop spending our precious tax dollars to bail out their cronies and the too big to fail, then I am proud to be a radical. If it is radical to ask our federal government to set and stick to a budget the way we do in our families and our businesses, then I am proud to be a radical. If it's radical to ask the members of our Congress to read the bill before they sign it, then I am proud to be a radical. If it is radical to ask the members of our Congress and of our federal government to be accountable to the citizens they are supposed to represent, then I am proud to be a radical. If it is radical to insist that the members of our government, the members of our Congress, as they swear to do, that they preserve and protect and promote the Constitution and the Bill of Rights in their entirety, then I am proud to be a radical. If it is radical to cherish the fundamental principle that responsibility and work should be linked with reward, and with good works in our community, quintessentially American values, then I am proud to be a radical. And if it is radical to hold deeply the faith in you, the citizen, that our founders and framers had in their fellow citizens, in the natural rights granted us by God and by no one else, that cannot be taken away by any government, then I am proud to be a radical. As were the Sons of Liberty at our nation's founding, we are the true Sons of Liberty today. We have been called extremists. Brothers and sisters, the only way to view us as extremists is if you are looking at us from the very, very far left. We are the mainstream of America.
Yes.
I know that. I have had the privilege of going throughout our district for more than 14 months, listening to people. That's my job. My first job is to listen to you. And what I'm hearing tells me that what you are saying is exactly what we all believe and what we've just talked about. We are the mainstream. Maybe radical is mainstream now, but we are the mainstream. And we represent a mainstream that is going to, with your help, roll right through to Washington, D.C. on November 2nd.
Go there!
So we have our work cut out for us for the next 8 days and roughly 10 hours. Yeah, we're not keeping track. And this is actually, you know what? Time like this goes by extraordinarily fast. It really does. This has been an extraordinary honor and a privilege. People will ask me, "Are you tired?" You know, yesterday we were at a series of events, as you can imagine, and at two of them, I had the extraordinary privilege of being with the Ryan family. Does everybody know about Marine Sniper Sergeant Eddie Ryan? Eddie signed up. He volunteered for our military, for our nation's service, right out of high school. And he trained as a Marine, and he served us in at least 3 different locations in Iraq as a sniper. And one day he was hit, and he suffered a devastating injury to his brain. He was obviously eventually able to return home. He has been in rehabilitation for several years now, and he is doing steadily better. And he's doing better because his family, his mom and dad, have absolutely devoted themselves to his care. That entire family has sacrificed more than I can ever imagine. And we saw Eddie and his mom and dad twice yesterday. They actually did us the enormous honor of being at a veterans rally that we held in the town of Kent in Putnam County. And Andrea, Eddie's mom, said to me, "Gee, Nan, you must be tired." And I said, "You know what? When you get tired, then I'll get tired. I will never get tired, because you deserve every ounce of what I can offer you as your candidate." And I wish I could tell you that that was enough, but it's not. I need each of you and all of you to continue doing all you can, not for me, but for our country. This race is about our country. It's about each of us as citizens, and it is about America. It is about the heart and soul of America. It is about what it means to be free. So we have a job to do for November 2nd. We've outlined it. But the other thing that people have been asking me about for the last couple of weeks is they're concerned about the lame duck session. I don't blame them. And that's a tough one, because the lame duck session could involve, I think we're going to have a wave through the House. I hope we're going to have one through the Senate too. We're going to make gains in the Senate. But, there's still a lot that the people who are there now can do between now and when they have to leave town in January. What can we do? Folks have asked me. And really, when you think about it, what we have to do, our job starts on November 3rd. Because we don't ever want to reach this crisis point again. And that's why it's so important that all of our friends here become brothers and sisters in the Sons of Liberty, because we can never afford not to be vigilant again. And we need you, each of you, to do everything you can every day to think about what you do, what you have done, and you have all done wonderful things. But what do you do every day to promote the cause of liberty?
Thank you.
I want to thank you all. I am, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for the extraordinary privilege of having been your candidate from way back when we met in January. And boy, oh boy, do we have a wonderful future ahead of us. If there's anything you'd like to know about the campaign, I'm happy to answer those questions. We're neck and neck in the polls, so that's good. But that does mean that it really is a matter of getting on those phones and talking with your friends and all the good stuff that we do to win campaigns, to bring them home on election day. But if anybody wants to ask me anything, now's your chance. Or if anybody wants to say anything.
You have my vote.
Oh, thank you! Jack Press, Great American Patriot, thank you all so very much. And onward together.
Nan Hayworth, everybody, our next Congresswoman. We thank you all.